Okay, then. Well, it's time to rise and shine this morning. I don't never get any stars. I don't even know what that means. Nobody gives me stars. Somebody should give me some stars though for getting up early in the morning. But they don't. They just they don't give me stars. I mean, I really don't even know what that means. Thanks for the stars. Jason put that on there for me, but I don't know what that means. Does it mean donations or something? Maybe yeah, now that I could use, all the time. But nobody ever give me stars. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not working hard enough. I don't know. I'll have to work a little harder, I guess. I got to go out there and do some more Ubering. That way, I get motivated. I had to tell you guys about my Ubering experience. It's kind of fun, actually. Anyway, it's kind of like radio. You still get to talk to all kinds of people and all kinds of things. Oh, never mind. You don't hear that anyway. Anyway, good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is Decisions. Why do we call it that? Because everything we do in life requires us to make one. And even when we don't make one, well, we just made one. You see, you can't get around it. Okay? You can't go under it. Can't go around it. Can't go through it. You have to make a decision. Just be prepared for the consequences when you do make them. Okay, and make good decisions. Don't be like me. Make a lot of bad ones and then try to undo them because you can't undo the decision that you make. As you rise and shine this morning in the capital city of Alabama, it is 72 degrees. High today of 86 degrees. 72 feels more with the humidity feels more like 73. Not that I could tell the difference one way or the other. That's what the weatherman said, so I'm going along with him. Okay, cloudy skies this morning, followed by scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. High around 86 degrees. Winds light and variable. Around a chance of rain today, 50%. On tonight, a 41% chance of rain, scattered thunderstorms during the evenings, cloudy skies after midnight, areas of patchy fog. So be careful when you go out there, leave a little early just to make sure you don't run into the back of somebody's car. I'm just saying, I'm trying to look out for you. Okay, so just you want to leave early enough to always take your time, even when it's not raining. You really want to do that because people around here, there are some people who think that rain doesn't affect your driving, and it does. Okay, either your sight or your ability to stop, your speed. I mean, sometimes it ain't the speed; it's the sudden stops that get you. Anyway, on tomorrow, a 24% chance of rain. A stray shower or a thunderstorm or two. It's possible. Cloudy skies, high around 80 degrees. But a high around 83 degrees on tomorrow. Again, as you rise and shine this morning, it is 72 degrees. Good morning, Dr. Joe. Nice to see you. Hey, you don't have any more cards you want to give away, do you? I got somebody need one. I'm just saying. Anyway, let us That is so. Hey, if anybody out there has a car that they want to donate to Hope Inspired Ministries, let me know because I got a couple of folks that could use one. The hardest thing about getting a car is kind of like it's kind of like getting a place to stay. See, you can come up with the money to pay the rent most of the time, but it's hard paying 2 months. And I understand now people want 3 months rent. Really? I mean, they want 3 months rent to move in. Just in case you get laid off, something like that. I don't know. Whew. Surviving is not for the faint of heart. I'm just telling you, it's not for the faint of heart. You got to get out there. You got to dig, and you got to dig and dig and dig and dig, and you just can't give up. Got a guest coming on early later on this morning. I'll tell you all about that in a few minutes. But it's time to rise and shine. Time to get up. Time to go to work or whatever it is that you guys have planned for this morning. You need to get on that right now, okay? Because that's how we roll around here. That's how we roll. Okay, there, put that right there. Okay, so you guys can see the things that people write on the show. Okay, now my goal today is to get at least 2 new callers to call in. That's my goal because I like Duke and I like the other guy too, Don. But then there's Joe. Well, of course, we need regular callers too, but every once in a while, we like to hear thoughts of, the thought of somebody else. Just saying. Anyway, it's time to rise and shine. But then again, maybe it's my job. I'm not. I'm not doing what I need to do to get new callers. So I'm going to work harder at that today. Okay. Anyway, it's time to rise and shine. The clock on the wall says it is 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. So it's time to get up. You're still here. Time to get busy living. Seriously. After this, our daily bread. Come on now. Oh yeah, that's what we want to do. We'll be back. That's our daily bread. Good morning to you. Time to rise and shine.
Let's work together to build the kingdom of God.
Our Daily Bread.
Today's encouragement from the Our Daily Bread devotional was written by Kayla Ochoa. In ancient times, a city with broken walls revealed a defeated people, exposed to danger and shame. That's why the Jews rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem. How? By working side by side, an expression that can well describe Nehemiah 3. At first glance, chapter 3 might appear to be a boring account of who did what in the reconstruction. However, a closer look highlights how people worked together. Priests were working alongside rulers. Perfume makers were helping as well as goldsmiths. There were some who lived in nearby towns and came to give a hand. Others made repairs opposite their houses. Shallum's daughters, for example, worked alongside the men, and some people repaired two sections, like the men of Tekoa. Two things stand out from this chapter. First, they all worked together for a common goal. Second, all of them were commended for being part of the work, not for how much or little they did as compared to others. Today we see damaged families in a broken society. But Jesus came to build the kingdom of God through the transformation of lives. We can help to rebuild our neighborhoods by showing others they can find hope and new life in Jesus. All of us have something to do. So let us work side by side and do our part, whether big or small, to create a community of love where people can find Jesus.
Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Nehemiah chapter 3, verses 1 through 12. Eliashib, the high priest, and his fellow priests went to work and rebuilt the sheep gate. They dedicated it and set its doors in place, building as far as the Tower of the 100, which they dedicated, and as far as the Tower of Hananel. The men of Jericho built the adjoining section, and Zachar, son of Imri, built next to them. The fish gate was rebuilt by the sons of Hazaneah. They laid its beams and put its doors and bolts and bars in place. Meremoth, son of Uriah, the son of Hakaz, repaired the next section. Next to him, Meshullam, son of Berechiah, the son of Meshezabel, made repairs, and next to him, Zadok, son of Baanah, also made repairs. The next section was repaired by the men of Tekoa, but their nobles would not put their shoulders to the work under their supervisors. The Jeshanah gate was repaired by Joiada, son of Paseah, and Meshullam, son of Besadiah. They laid its beams and put its doors with their bolts and bars in place. Next to them, repairs were made by men from Gibeon and Mitzpah. Melatiah of Gibeon and Jadon of Meronoth, places under the authority of the governor of Trans-Euphrates. Uzziel, son of Harhaiah, one of the goldsmiths, repaired the next section, and Hananiah, one of the perfume makers, made repairs next to that. They restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Rephaiah, son of Hur, ruler of a half-district of Jerusalem, repaired the next section. Adjoining this, Judaiah, son of Harumath, made repairs opposite his house, and Haddish, son of Hashabniah, made repairs next to him. Melchijah, son of Haram, and Hashub, son of Pahath-Moab, repaired another section and the tower of the ovens. Shallum, son of Halohesh, ruler of a half-district of Jerusalem, repaired the next section with the help of his daughters. That's today's scripture reading from Nehemiah chapter 3, verses 1 through 12.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, help us to work with others side by side by showing love and pointing them to Jesus. Help us to reflect Him in everything we say and do in the motives of our hearts. In His name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Good morning, folks. It's time to rise and shine. My granddaughter's singing this morning. I don't know what it is. She knows it gets up again. United States, baby. Here we go. The United States Coast Guard. Well, how do you guys live for it? Friday. Well, it's my Friday anyway. I don't work on Friday. United States Marine Corps. We call them affectionately Jarhead. Hey, right. That's enough. We good. We are good. We got special guests coming up. I think she's gonna be around 7:45 or so. Dr. Tania Stewart. Now, you guys, if you don't know who she is, she's like the dean of the thing at Alabama State. Or she used to be the dean of the place out there where they teach you how to act and things of that nature. Outstanding actor. I love her movies. She has been in I know I hang out with movie stars now. That's right. I hang out with movie stars too. But Mississippi Burning, and a couple more. She was also, if you have forgotten, she was also on the heat of the night with what's his name? The two the and what's the name? Rollins something and what's his oh man, he played on All in the Family. Oh, how can I get his name wrong? I mean, um, well, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The heat of the night, and a couple more places she's been to. But anyway, she's going to come talk to us about a project this morning. Well, she's not coming, but she'll be on the you know what I mean. She'll be on the yeah, you know what I mean. She'll be on the screen with us on this magic platform that we have here, where we can reach out and talk to people any place in the world at any time. The ones who want to talk anyway. But good morning to you. Okay. You know, yesterday we were talking about, and it needs a longer conversation than I can ever have. The reach needs to be broader about the culture, and these fighting. Has anybody seen the proliferation of fights? I mean, is there something good about being a female and fighting? I mean, how in the hell have we got to the point where that women want to beat the hell out of one another? I mean, men been beating the hell out of each other forever. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get sunshine on one of these days. Thank you very much, Cindy. Appreciate that. Carol O'Connor, as a matter of fact, was there. Thank you very much, Sable. I appreciate that. Dr. Tina Stewart is she's in theater at Alabama State University, Department of Theater Arts. So we appreciate her. A fine woman, too, as a matter of fact. And they did a really good job up there. Roscoe does his peak teeth. Okay, well, is Roscoe older than me? Or am I older than Roscoe? I can't think. I look better than Roscoe, but other than that, though, okay, other than that, though, we about the same. Okay, well, he probably got more money than that guy, but other than that, though, and he got a Corvette. So yeah, if you got a Corvette, you're doing all right. I thought about getting a Corvette. Yeah, I think about it all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with thinking about getting a Corvette. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not even a little bit. I mean, I think about getting a Corvette. Yeah, because Corvettes are good. Anyway, it is 7:23 in the morning. Anything on people's anything on people's mind this morning? Well, let me give you the lesson of life today, because I really believe that people can understand this if they think about it for a minute. Okay, I really people can understand this. Okay, and here's the lesson of life today. And if you think about it for a second, I think you will agree. It is not the questions of life that we fear. It is the implementation of the answers that we already know. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we don't know the answers to some of these questions. Discipline in school, how to live a decent life. We know the answers to these questions already. But when I say we, I'm putting myself in there too. We don't like doing what it takes in order to get it done. We don't. Okay. It is not the questions that we fear. It is the implementation of the answers. Like teen pregnancy. Easy answer to teen pregnancy. Everybody knows what the answer is. Teens got to stop having sex. Okay. Now that's the answer. Now the question is, how do you make that happen? Well, that's the question. But the question itself, everybody knows the answer to teen pregnancy. Okay. Everybody knows how to stay out of jail. Don't do the crime. Don't go out there like in Georgia, the woman, 81-year-old woman who shot 3 young men trying to get in her house, and their mama I'm so glad the judge threw that out whenever it happened. And their mama told me, well, you didn't have to shoot him that much. Really? I mean, that's a dumb mother. She needs to have her parent license taken away. She should be sterilized, and she should never ever have another child. Okay, never. She doesn't deserve to be a parent. And the father, I don't know where the hell he was, but he needs to be chemically castrated so he can't have any more kids. Okay, yeah, that's what they need. Chemical castrate, and I believe, now this is just me, I believe we wouldn't have a problem with this if we said, if you don't take care of your children, we're going to make sure that you don't have any more, because we're going to cut it off. Yeah, we're just going to cut it off. You ain't using it the right way. I mean, hey, we don't want the possibility of you having any more kids. Okay, we may not want to cut it off. That may be kind of severe, but we can do chemical castration. We could go in there and mandatory vasectomies. Yeah, that might be like these. Mandatory, not again. No, mandatory. If you got 2 kids out there that you haven't taken care of in a year, yeah, we're gonna bring you in the hospital, snip you, so you can't ever add any more additions to any more weight to our society. Okay, I think that's a good idea. Can we put that in Alabama law? Okay, if you got 2 kids, more than 2 kids, and you're not taking care, yeah, you need a mandatory, not at your leisure, but we're gonna bring you to. We either put you in jail for 5 years, okay, or we'll snip you. Okay, I mean that's better than castration. I'm good with that. Yeah, that's better than castration. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What say you guys? I think it's a good idea. Mandatory vasectomy. Okay. If you can't take care of, if you're not taking care of the ones you got, well, we know you're not going to take care of the ones you get. Come on, man. No. So we need to do that. Okay. Because look at some of the things. I mean, what's the problem with us? Let me see. Hey, I'm gonna have Sunshine again. The Sunshine's coming again. Yeah, Carol O'Connor. Yeah, Sunshine. Listen, Sunshine was all right. She wouldn't let her brother get a word in. But other than that, though, she all right. I mean, we're all different people. We're all different people, and Sunshine just a little different. But that's okay. I'm different too. Some people think I'm crazy, and sometimes sometimes I may be a little bit, I may be a little bit, off the mark sometimes, but not too often. Okay. Not too often. All right. I'm just saying. The American Theater on Bing. Yeah. So we're going to, she's going to talk a little bit about that. Dr. Stewart is this morning for a couple of minutes here. I hate to even admit this because I don't have no class. I've never been to a theatrical, except in the movies. I've never been to a theatrical play. And I know we got Alabama Shakespeare Festival out here, and they do some great job. But man, ever since they told me I had this diabetes thing, see, I gotta keep going to go to the bathroom like every 6 minutes because I like drinking. Okay, but I'm gonna guarantee everybody this. Okay. I'm working on this thing. I take this medicine for it now. That's diabetic 2, whatever they call it. Anyway, and thank God for Mr. Sankey, Isaiah Sankey, who diagnosed me by coming in the studio one day because I didn't know what was wrong. I just know I had to go to the bathroom all the time, and I had to go to sleep. I mean, I was just sleepy all the time for a minute there, and then he found out that my sugar was like 750. So, and he looked at my eyes and see, I love doctors. He looked at my eyes and saw there was something wrong, but I didn't know nothing was wrong. I just thought I had been working too hard or whatever the case may be. I mean, I would go to sleep on the floor in my office, just go to sleep because I was just tired. But I wasn't really tired because, but I was tired. I don't know what it was. I think they call it lethargic. I think that's the word they use. And so I would lay on the floor. I'd go to my office and I put the lock on the door. And I lay on the floor. I could have died right there, didn't know nothing about no sugar and all that stuff. 750. So I went to Jackson. I went to Jackson or something. And it's the only time in my life I've ever been sick. And I went in there and the doctor came out of the room looking at me like I was crazy. I said, what's up? He says, I'm trying to figure out how you walking. Well, I'm walking, that's what I do. I walk. And he said 750 score, whatever score that was, is not a good thing. I said, "Oh, okay, okay, all right, all right. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be 750. And so the one negative thing about the military is this. The one negative thing I can only think of one, and the rest of it's good. But this, even when you're sick, you keep on moving. And that's life too. That's life. Even when you're sick. But you know what? There comes a time where common sense ought to come in. And I didn't realize that at that particular time. Like my son the other day, he said, I'm doing PT in the morning. So I said, right on, do PT. He said, but I can't do PT in the rain. And I looked at him. What do you mean can't do PT in the rain? Really? If you ain't raining, you ain't training. And that attitude is good when you're young. You know what I mean? It's good when you're young, but it's not so good when you get older and you're still trying to be tough guy. You know. So I didn't worry about feeling lethargic. I didn't worry about feeling, just not myself. Because hey, in the Army, you got to keep on moving. They're not going to stop the war. They're not going to stop the battle because Elkins didn't feel good. Okay, so I'm just saying we might want to go to the doctor a little bit more often. Hold on a second. Yes, Don. Good morning. Because that way you can't have no more babies. Then you snip them. Yeah. Well, then you snip them. Mandatory snipping. Then vasectomy. Right. Well, we want to make sure he don't have no kids. No. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't. He said I could have been into a coma. Mm. Can Johnny? Oh, really? That ain't gonna be. That ain't gonna be. He a pretty conservative. Uh, wait a minute. Hold it. Willie said he can't hear you. Let me see now. Well. Everybody else can hear him. Oh, can't. Well, we want Willie. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We want to make sure that does anybody hear? Nobody can hear. Man, you got to call me back because I got to get you back on. I got to call you back because I heard you. And my thing. Let's see. My thing is looking good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is that shared right there? Yeah. Yeah. Share the window. Oh, maybe it wasn't right. Okay. Well, hey, sorry about that, guy. Sorry about that. Okay, now. All right. Well, call me back. We'll talk later. Can't. Hopefully, we got that squared away now. Oh, so many things. This is unlike radio. In radio, I had a producer. I had somebody that do all this stuff and make sure things are working right. Oh, crying ass Don. Yeah, well, that's him. Yeah, yeah, but that's okay. Okay, hopefully you can hear him at this point. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, moving right along. It is 7:35. So in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to get Dr. Stewart on. I believe she's calling us in. Sunshine loves some smack gum on the microphone too. Well, I don't really smack gum. Okay, so moving right along to other things in Selma, Alabama. As part of our cultural demise, a murder investigation is underway in Selma after the police say a little angel, 2-year-old child, was killed in an early morning shooting. That there goes that cultural divide. A 2-year-old child who has barely lived is gone because we want to shoot guns. According to the police, the child was inside a trailer when someone fired several shots in the home around 3 o'clock in the morning. The shooting happened in Selmont community on the 100 block of Old Montgomery Highway, wherever that is. I don't know where that's at. Authorities have not released the child's name, I don't blame them, or any information about a suspect. This gun culture, and I would imagine, listen, I feel you on this. If somebody wants to do harm, they can find a way to get it done. That's why we have to make the penalty so tough. We have to make the penalty so hard, so cruel that nobody would want to ever be subject to it. Okay. And that's what we got to do. We can't stop people who are intent on doing bad things. We can't. I realized that a long time ago. We can't. But what we can do, and what a lot of these people don't know, a lot of them don't know that the other night, what was that called? The election thing. They came up with a whole bunch of new laws now where they don't have to let you out of jail. So when a judge says, I have to let them out of jail, that's a lie now. Okay. They don't have to they can deny you bail until you go to court. Okay. They were always saying that they have to abide by the law. Well, the law now says you don't have to let people out, and you can get them up to $1 million bonds. Okay. Now that's not going to stop somebody who don't think right, who's not thinking, that's not going to stop. It's not going to stop them. No, it won't. But it's going to stop somebody. If you get caught doing that with that gun, and you're going to spend because most of us, we might sell some dope and get a little money, but we ain't going to sell enough dope to get $1 million. And if anybody does come down there with $1 million cash bond, somebody's going to be looking at them. Okay. So we need to get serious about this thing. These people, these guns, listen, I like guns, but I don't like them that much. I don't like them where everything is nothing's more important to me carrying my gun. And I still don't understand why in the world we want to let people walk down the street with a gun. That don't make no sense. This ain't Tehran. This ain't Iraq. This ain't Afghanistan. This is the United States of America. The only ones who be walking down the street with a gun is the police and maybe the National Guard, but not the average citizen. Don't need to walk down the street with a rifle on his side. I'm sorry. This is not the rifleman. Okay. This is not the Lone Ranger. This is not Gunsmoke. This is, America. It used to be anyway. All right, Don.
How's that going to help anything when it's black judges that want to cash us bail? You had that little old short, what's his name in Montgomery, wanting cash us bail.
Well,
it doesn't force them to do that.
Right, but their excuses.
Negro judges are the ones letting them out on the street.
They have been doing it, but they always say that
they don't have to do the bail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're promoting cashless bail, why would they keep somebody in jail? You can't keep a black man in jail. That's wrong.
Well, I don't know.
But Willie didn't hear me about the Supreme Court ruling thing, and my favorite judge from the Supreme Court gets to look at it. Willie's Clarence Thomas is going to hear the appeal. What do you think about that?
I
I
don't
never
know.
heard. I'll ask Willie to call in. You know, Reverend Willis is a love for a Democrat. I wanted him to call in and tell him what about Graham Plattner up there in Maine? Would he vote for him?
Okay, that was Dr. Stewart who's calling in. We had the wrong number there, but let me see if I can get it to her now. Let me see. Y'all hold on for a second there while I get this to her. Because when okay, there's my thingamajigger right there. There it is right there. Da, 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 da. Okay, let me see. All right then. Let me see. Yeah, just hold on with me for a second here. Let me make sure I can get this done. Do 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 do. Just hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. Okay, here we go right here. Let me see here now. Okay, hold on 1 second here. I'm trying to get her this thing here. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to get her this thingamajigger here. Okay, Dr. Stewart, let me see, get this in here. This technology stuff is kind of awesome sometimes, but okay, let me see. She just called. Da 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 da. Now, hold on a second. I'm trying to get my thing into Dr. Stewart. I had sent it earlier, but evidently it did not go through. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're trying to. Okay, let me get that to her right quickie. Okay, recent. Okay, go here, go there. Well, I did send it. Okay. All right, now I sent it to her. So hopefully she'll get in here in a minute. CLICK. Click. Hey, I gotta do it. I heard her. There she is. Well, Dr. Stewart, good morning.
Good morning. It's so good to talk to you. It's always fun when we get together.
Yes, it is. We don't get together enough as it is. But
That's true.
I don't hang out with your pedigree is so higher than mine. We gotta
Okay, pedigree.
I gotta I gotta talk to you when I can. Hey, you got something going on. And what is that you got going on?
It's the American Theater of Being. It was started in 1967
Mm-hmm.
by Frank Silvera in Hollywood, California. At his death, I was his last student. Actress B. Riches was his first. And he taught us about um, accepting ourselves and experiencing and using our experiences as our stepping stone. In other words, you are who you are and you're the best that you can be. Whatever mistakes you've made, grow from them, and whatever accomplishments you've made, hold on to them. So, learning to face the truth, dealing with truth. So, the American Theater Being is, I've started it up again here in Montgomery. I taught it to my students 20 years at Jackson State University in Mississippi and 28 years at Alabama State University here in Montgomery. And those students have been able to soar because of that foundation that Frank Silvera gave me. Now I'm trying that I have retired from teaching to open up the American Theater of Being as a way of encouraging artists who want to work behind the camera. There's so many opportunities behind the camera. All the work is not in front of the camera. You have the hairstylists, and we have a lot of people right here in the state of Alabama, in this region of Montgomery, who are excellent with hair care. But when a movie or a series or a commercial comes to town, they have to bring in people from Georgia and other places to do the work. And our people who live here end up being the extras on the set at $40 a day or whatever they're paid. But when you get to work as a hairstylist, when you get to work as a still photographer, when you get to work as the grip, as the assistant to the production assistant, uh, you get a chance to meet people, establish relationships, and get paid much better. On Monday, June 1st, at the Armory on Madison Avenue, we're doing an orientation to the classes that we're going to offer. And we want to find out from the public exactly who wants to be in this class. And I'm hoping that it will be people that already have been working in the field. We'll have something for the younger people, ages 12 to 16, in July. We're going to do an intensive for that week. The second week, July 12th, second week of July, that week we're going to focus on ages 12 to 16. And Monday, if any of those young people should show up, we want to just get their information so we can remind them and get them to come.
So,
but right now, I'm really focusing on barbers, beauticians, caterers, persons that want to do location scouting, photographers, videographers. People have been doing weddings. They feel like they know the industry, and they don't understand why they're not looked at or chosen when a project comes this way. Well, we want to get them ready so that they will be chosen. We're going to create a database so that they will be chosen.
mm-hmm.
And we're in cooperation with WSFA, the State Arts Council, the Film Commission, all support this project. Lake Point Vineyard Winery support this project. And anonymous donors are going to pay for the children when we come back in July. So right now, Monday night, June 1st at 6 o'clock, and most of the sessions, we're trying to offer them in the evening when people get off work, because this will be supplemental monies for them, but it'll be a workforce that has not been established in a solid rock in the Montgomery or the state of Alabama area. Mobile has the strongest group right now.
Mm-hmm. So, and you just brought up something I've always asked the question when the credits are being rolled behind,
right,
when a movie goes at the end of the movie, I've often wondered, what do all these people do? The grapher, the gifter, what I don't have any clue what that is, but I know they must be important because they got them on the screen.
That's right, and they're very necessary. As a matter of fact, you can't even appreciate the movie if you didn't have the work of these people. So those are the people we're talking about. You have medics, nurses, people who have qualified to be a nurse, worked as a nurse, or worked in the medical field, even as a pharmacist. They can be hired as a medic on the set. And a medic is a person that waits around, watch around, and if somebody gets sick, they have an allergic reaction to something, or they just feel nauseated, the medic is the only person that's qualified to make sure that they get the proper care that they need and recommend if they need to go to a hospital. That's one of the credits. Mm-hmm. Other credits, it's so many credits. You have a tutors, your education tutors. If a child is on the set, a child is missing school, so the parent and the tutor is hired, and it could be a retired teacher, it can be a person that's working in education, a substitute teacher, but they have the education credentials. They can be the tutor, the teacher on the set. And when they speak to the director and say, it's time for that child to go to school, the union requires that they must be on the set and that the child stop, get their education, do not interrupt their education. And the director, nobody can say anything but, cut, we got to let the child go. And that tutor takes that child to the side, work with them on their math, their English, whatever the teacher has said in the school system that their child should be studying. So when they go back to school, they can keep up. That person is paid well, and it's not usually the parent. The parent, who is a parent of a child, need to be schooled on how you should behave on the set and what demands you cannot make and that you should make. This kind of thing. It's so much to it.
Mm.
There's an intimacy coach, a person that's trained to work with intimacy scenes, and that is a hired person. It's it's nothing that we do every day that is not used in the film industry. Nothing. Accounting, business, all of that. So if we have enough people for a session, because I've contacted friends that I've met over the 50 some years I've been in the industry and said to them, if will you help me, I'll help you, Tanya. But let it be the time when I can do it. I can do it virtually. I can't come there. So some of them will be working virtually. And we've gotten contributors from the county commission, the state arts council, the city of Montgomery, Lake Point Vineyard I mentioned, and private donors to donate so that we can pay those people. Because they can't just give up their time just because they love it. When they step away from their work, they're losing money. So we're hoping that around 6 o'clock they may be on a break, and they'll get with their crew and let them know I'm going to have to take that hour off, and that when they take that hour off, we got to be in place, and we have already the equipment where they can talk virtually on the computer to the students in the class, and these students will be adults, whomever, whatever age, black, white, race, doesn't matter. I'm just trying to help. This is my last thing that I can do, that I see. And if God says something else, I will be surprised. Because as the years that I've spent, I'm just trying to fulfill his wishes. And this has always been in the corner of my mind to do. I started working on this 10 years ago, trying to get workforce development in the state of Alabama to finance it. They have not come across yet, but maybe once they see what we're doing, maybe they will support and understand that arts and entertainment is vital. And even the politicians, not a single politician has gone to be elected without arts and entertainment having a hand in preparing that election. They made their artwork, they made the videos, they made recordings so that they could have commercials, arts and entertainment. And all the people get many times is a pat on the back, say, thank you, ooh, that's good, I like it. They go on and they become the great senators. They become the great legislators. Yet, the people that did the work, they're still back here trying to wait on the next job.
Wow. Listen, that is true. I never really thought about that, and we're not that far from Atlanta, so there's no reason why somebody, like, I know what's his name, what's the black guy who runs the studio in Atlanta,
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I mean, all of these people are not far from us, and you're right. If we're prepared for the job,
that's right.
Then it's a lot easier to get a call.
But let me tell you, Cat Williams just bought this
I saw
base,
that. Yeah.
Okay, and he's going to develop studios, and I think he's starting out with the computer and artificial intelligence things that they do. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to be talking with him soon, but my statement to him would be: when you get the walls of your studio up, we want to have people ready to walk in there and be able to work. People are moving out of California. Atlanta had 3 years ago. They had 67 studios. Today they have way more than that in the state of Georgia. Texas has just built a fabulous studio. My friend Samuel Jackson is there right now recording a series. Tennessee is building studios. Mississippi, my home state, building studios. We have no studios in the state of Alabama.
Really?
And we have the greatest natural resources and location sites than any other state in this part of the country. We have rivers, we have oceans, we have valleys, we have fields, we have all kinds of locations. And I tell you, we're not getting the benefit of the beauty of this state financially through this industry. And part of it is, it would be the Film Commission would love more incentives from the legislature. That would be great. And the other thing is, we don't have the infrastructure, the people in the state that understand the industry. But we do the work. We know how to do the work. But there's a little bit more you need to know. So you're a great beautician, and you know how to do hair, and you've been doing it for years. And nobody can come in here and tell you how to do hair. Yes, they can. They can tell you what it takes to what is required of you when it comes to the arts and entertainment industry. And we're very fortunate to have Stefan Deming, who worked on shows like In the Heat of the Night, worked with Viola Davis, worked with Mae Jemison, the astronaut. He does her hair to this day. He is a head person on the sets wherever he works. And he lives now in Montgomery, Alabama. And he is working closely with me. And he wants to share with the barbers and the beauticians here so that when he is called on to be the head person, he can say that I have some qualified people right here. You don't have to fly anybody in from Los Angeles. You don't have to bring them from Georgia here. Because when they come from Georgia, they're giving up jobs in Georgia. Georgia is so busy, it's busier than Hollywood. Hollywood people are moving to Georgia. When the work is there, people will come. And if we're prepared here, we will get some of those projects. And Cat Williams put that studio up, or anybody else put it up. We want to be able to say, black, white, young, and old are ready. They are prepared. And the people that we know that's working with us are willing to prepare them. Two very renowned makeup and hair artists have just returned from California, moved back to Alabama. One is in Mobile, the other is in Birmingham, and they are on board with us here in Montgomery to do the training. So what we need is people who've been doing makeup, they need to understand that every makeup is not done for glamour. You also have to know how to do scars. You have to know how to do aging. You have to know how to protect the skin. I had makeup on me, heavy makeup, all of my career. I was always an old person, but my skin was never damaged because professionals handle the work. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm glad to. I never thought about this kind of. I never even thought about this. I figured you guys were untouchable. And ain't nothing I could do except pick up the paper.
Oh, it's a lot you can do, and you could even be a person to train for voiceover work. You could help persons learn how to even work in the studio to work with the sound equipment. That's a major job. And when we train people, we want to bring them to you and let you show them what you do, and let them be an intern under you. We want to not only give them the fundamentals and the basics, we want to give them some hands-on experiences. Those hands-on experiences can come through. We're thinking about doing radio drama. And if a person's working with radio drama, they learn how to do sound effects. And then they learn how to do it in the new technology ways. Then we want to also do readings of new scripts. Every script that's done has had a reading somewhere. And we're going to be doing that. Now, my sorority sister, Cheryl Underwood, is setting up a platform for us to do that nationally from this group right here. So when people invest in themselves and come and learn this stuff, oh my goodness, the opportunities are just there. We're going to do short films. We're doing documentaries. And this will give people hands-on experience. The WSFA television station has already agreed to let interns come there. The various radio stations that we're contacting now will allow interns to come. And I'm sure that with your experience, there's a lot you can tell a young person or even a person that's new in the field. And we want to call on our legacy and our legends and those who have been behind the camera that many people don't know. It's a lot of work that can be done. And while our young people are out there shooting guns, I want them to shoot a
Mm,
film.
yeah, yeah. It's a matter so it's called the American Theater of Being.
Yeah,
This,
Toby is our acronym,
right.
American Theater of Being.
Of
And
Being.
the whole thing is being is knowing that you exist in a complete and perfect state. You've got all of this in you. All you need is someone to tap you on the shoulder and help you recognize that it's there. And that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, now when is this? Okay, this is going to be at the Armory on Madison Avenue. I know where that is, and we're
That's
going.
right.
When? What day is this going to happen?
The orientation, the first day of class is Monday, June 1st at 6 o'clock. It's an orientation open to the public so people can get a real feel and listen and ask questions
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we'll do a couple of demonstrations of how we teach. But if that will help anyone to be encouraged to make it to come, because what we want to do is the classes will last like a couple of days a week in the evening for an hour and a half at the most. Uh, for if you let's say you're taking directing, trying to direct for the camera, that would be like maybe a Tuesday, Thursday from 6 to 7:30, and it'll go on for about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We had said 8 weeks, but we're going to try to cover as many people as we can. So we may go 6 weeks if we make it an hour and a half. But when you come there for that hour and a half on that Tuesday, someone from Hollywood will be talking to you on the giant screen that we have. Or you can even do it from home. Take the class from home. But you have to register for it. Then so we'll know who's there. And we're trying to develop a database. We don't want anybody in that database that's not prepared.
Right, right. I feel you.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Okay, now let me ask something. Is there any cost for this?
We're asking for a registration fee of $125
Mm-hmm.
for the whole
Okay.
class.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not a bad investment.
Not at all. Especially when if you work on one project, let's just say that you are the hairstylist on one project. It's just and a project is going to last at least 4 weeks, and you're working that project for 4 weeks. You're going to walk out of there with more than $4,000 for that week.
Yeah. Wow. That is
I meant for a month
a
for that
month.
month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and more than I don't even know the minimal, but that I think I'm punching it pretty low. I
Mm-hmm.
know I am because I know as actors we make that in a few days,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the actors are not the top paid people all the time. The stars are the top paid people, but the rest of the crew they're paid much more than the other actors.
Mm-hmm.
The crew.
Okay. Well,
So
you must have made a killing on Mississippi Burning then.
well, I
I
tell
get
you
it.
what, I
Yeah.
got a friend of mine involved in Mississippi Burning as a musical uh, coordinator,
Uh-huh.
assistant. All she was doing was recommending the songs. She sang some of the songs and used her church choir. She was able to buy her house from that one show, and she will tell anybody that.
Well, all right then. And again, but I'm glad you're doing this because we need to put our kids in more than football. There's more than football to do in rapping. The whole world is out there. It's an oyster, and all you got to do is take a bite uh,
There you
of,
go.
of what's out there. And you are you are the one of the biggest treasures in Alabama right now, especially when it gets connected to Hollywood. Because I don't know anybody else, so you're my treasure.
Well, thank you so much. But let me tell you, um, I really believe in people. I know that God put us here for a reason. And I was told by a minister once, the day you were born, you had a purpose. Just because you were born, you had a purpose. And now that you're here, you must fulfill your purpose. And
Mhm.
I believe that. And purpose is what we all need to recognize. We got to know that we didn't make ourselves. And whatever we feel are our shortcomings, we need to throw that aside because God is more powerful than we could ever be. Because if we had made ourselves, we would have made a mess. You
We
can't
are
even.
making a mess, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we are making a
So
mess.
what we need to do is put on our thinking cap and take advantage of opportunities. I'm here now for a reason, and I retired after 48 years of teaching in higher education, and I still feel the energy to do something to help somebody and to each one reach one, and I'm reaching. And
Yes.
if they don't want to catch the hand and come on while it's happening, I don't know what tomorrow will bring.
Mm-hmm.
If we all would just think about 10 years ago or 20 years ago what we were doing and how we called them the good old days, this might be your good
The
old
good
day
old
time.
days. Amen.
That's
Amen
right.
to that. Amen. To that. And listen, and the most important thing though that I've got from you this morning, you must be prepared.
Got to be. You got to be.
A desire is good. Yeah.
Right. People are not going to pay you for your desire.
No, you got to
They're
learn.
not going to pay you because you look good.
Mm-mm.
They're not going to pay you because you talk a lot. They're not going to pay you because you smile pretty. You got to be prepared to do the job. Money is hard to come by. And when they get money to produce a film, they're taking somebody else's money and investing in a possibility. So anybody that they hire, they want that person to be prepared. And I know what it means to be prepared. And the people working with me know what it means to be prepared. And they know it, and it was hard enough for us that we want to make it easier for somebody else so that they won't have to go over the hard bumps and the hard words and the rejections because they will be prepared. They'll be in a database.
Mm-hmm.
They will be where people can look and see that they've been trained by some of the personalities that we have working with us.
Right.
I think I mentioned Cheryl Underwood. She's preparing to do readings at colleges across across the country, and she's counting on our work that we're doing here to fuel that effort. And I'm excited about that.
Right. I've often said that the best way to make the best way to learn from a mistake is somebody else's.
I tell you, it's much better. It's much better.
Learn
I
with
grew up
somebody
with
else.
a sister a few years older than me, and whatever she had to get a whipping about, my mother would whip both of us, and that's how I learned. I got a whipping for mistakes I didn't even make.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're right. I would much rather have learned by just knowing that she made a mistake and
right.
she got the whipping.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so anyway, it's called the American Theater Being. It's the first the big meeting is gonna be this coming Monday
At 6:00 p.m. at the Armory.
Okay.
At 1018 Madison Avenue.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make sure we put this out again on Monday, and I'm gonna rerun this. I'm gonna rerun your conversation with me for over the weekend again, so people will be able to hear you and talk about this.
Wonderful.
This is good stuff. I think I'm too old to be an actor, so we're gonna leave that one alone.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
I took Mr. John Sawyer. He was 92 years old. Flew with him all the way to North Carolina. Took him to North Carolina to audition for a movie. He landed the lead role. President Obama invited him to the White House because he played Shadrach. That was the title of the movie. He was 92 and he did that role to bring you to tears. No, you're not. You're never too old. All you need to do is to have the desire and the commitment.
And the training.
Mr. John Sawyer, and the training. And I coached him all the way through. He did it. Yes, he did.
Well, listen, let me thank you for not going to Hollywood and getting enamored by the lights and the glitz and all that stuff. You came home. You came back to Alabama.
I did.
And we have a treasure in you. And Alabama State is, I would imagine, has 2 times better because of it. And we appreciate you. And listen, I loved you on Heater tonight. I did. I loved that part you had.
Well, I tell you what, I've been working with independent film people here lately, and the movie Golden Voices 1, Golden Voices 2 is
Mhm.
on Amazon, and we have another one coming out, Where Is Your Faith? And we'll be doing a screening of it here in Montgomery. Right now, we just finished doing a screening in Texas, and
Mhm.
we're going to Los Angeles, and from there we'll go to Chicago, and then from Chicago we'll come to Atlanta, and from Atlanta we'll come to Montgomery first and then Atlanta. But I'll let you know because I really would like for our viewers to look for Golden Voices 1, Golden Voices 2, and Where Is Your Faith? Where Is Your Faith is not on any other media yet. It's just being screened right now.
Right.
But this is a wonderful way to get into the industry. So there's a young man called M. Legend Brown in Texas who directed all three and wrote them. And he's really very gifted. And one day his name will be big in this industry. So I'm helping him.
Outstanding. Well, listen, if you can work this out now, I'm not trying to take advantage of our friendship, but if you get me a interview with Samuel, I'd appreciate that. I'm just saying.
That's easy. I might do it.
Okay. Well, if you think about it and you think about me, let me know, 'cause I love to talk to that guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, Dr. Stewart, thank you for spending some of your time with us. But this will replay over the whole weekend. So
thank you so much.
So people will get a chance to hear you again. And this is going to happen. It's called the American Theater of Being.
Right.
It's by Dr. Tommy Stewart, and it's this weekend. If you look at the movie, you go to any movie, and at the end of that movie, you will see all the credits to all the hundreds of things that people do. Haven't you ever wondered what they do? They get paid for doing it.
They get paid. That's right.
Yeah.
Their name wouldn't be there if they didn't get paid.
And this way, you can find something, and you want to learn how to do some of this stuff, then this is your opportunity to get a foot in the door. First of all, though, like I tell people, you can be successful in anything you want to do if you're willing to put in the work.
That's right.
You got to put in. You got to put in work. Dr. Stewart, thank you, my dear. Coming up, and listen, you don't mind if I tell people I know you do? Yeah, that way I can get a free dinner somewhere or doing something.
I would be very hurt if you didn't tell them. And I'm telling you, in some places you will get a free dinner.
Someplace, that's all right. Okay. Hey, thank you again. And don't make this be the last time, but I'm certainly going to replay this over the weekend so people have an opportunity over the whole weekend, a few hours to listen to what you have to say. And it's important. There's more to life than football, basketball, rapping. And this ain't even.
And there's more to life than fighting and being jealous of each other and trying to pull people down. We need to be pushing people up, encouraging. Yeah. And when we do that, we'll rest better, they'll rest better because they'll feel better about themselves. And that's all we can do. God told us that he's always with us, but he didn't say he was going to stand in front of us and say, here I am. Mm-hmm. But he put his angels out there, his chosen ones. And I accept that being a vessel of his. And I love being that, and I love doing it. So I encourage anyone that would like to work in arts and entertainment to come Monday, June 1st at 6 o'clock at the Armory right next to Crampton Bowl on Madison Avenue.
Okay. And I'll make sure that gets out there from our platform and send it to a couple other people that I know, and we'll see what we do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for getting up early. I know you Hollywood people don't get up this early most of the time, but this is Alabama.
Hollywood, when you're working, you're up early.
Okay, good. Got work ethic. Okay. Thanks a lot, Dr. Tania Stewart. Listen, do we call you Tania or do we call you Tommy? Which one you like to be called?
Just call me.
Okay. That's what I say too. Especially if there's money involved. Just call me.
Just call me.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
right.
Dr. Stewart. Appreciate it. Dr. Tania Stewart, wow, what a fantastic woman. Okay, we got to take a break. And then we'll come back and we'll get into some other things here momentarily. Okay, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes or so, or maybe 4 minutes. We'll be back. There we go.
You are still here, time to get busy living.
We'll be right back.
Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. Get up. You are still here, time to get busy living. You are still here, time to get busy living. You are still here, time to get busy living.
Okay, don't you guys be surprised if one of these days I'm in Hollywood. All right, I just want to, don't be surprised. I got friends all over. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me see now. Moving right on to other things. Anyway, that's happening Monday at the Armory on Atlanta House. That's it is on Madison Avenue, right next to Crampton Bowl, which is where the Armory is. So you are you going to a Arby's? Not that bad.
You are still here, time to get busy living.
Alrighty then.
Get up.
Now let me see if I can stop that music from playing, man. I'll be all right.
Time to get busy living.
Alrighty then. Good morning, and good morning to you guys. Now, actually, I'm gonna play this for Friday, so people will be able to hear it again, hear her. And I tell you what a great opportunity. Because the problem is, like she says, often we want jobs that we're unprepared for. And so there's no reason why you can even learn things virtually now that you don't even have to show up at a physical location with all this virtuality stuff going on. But she is a fantastic actress. Yeah, Don.
Well, I wish I had $125 so I could be a star.
Well, she ain't guarantee you're gonna be a star.
Well, I pulled up. When Mississippi Burning was put out 40 years ago almost.
Well, it was still a good
She
movie.
ain't even listed on the cast, but still playing that tune.
It's still a good movie. The
What's
Ten
she got to
Commandments
do
came
with
out.
it?
Wait a minute, the Ten Commandments
What's
came out
she
in
got to do with it?
1957.
What's she got to do with it?
Oh, she was one of the star actors on.
I thought all these people were volunteer, but I guess nobody volunteered to register people, because that's why we got to pay $125 to register.
Do you ever have anything good to say about anything?
I hope that program over there is one of those things where they're not going to do loans anymore when you can't get a job. How many people over there at Alabama
What
State
that got to do with her?
for 4 years
I know
and
what's that
can't get a job?
What's that? You can get a job. You can get a job in acting.
Where?
Probably not Montgomery too often because again, that's why she's putting on the thing.
And if she's so wanted in Hollywood, why ain't she in Hollywood?
She's still making movies.
You think if anybody wanted her in Hollywood, she wouldn't be in Hollywood?
She's still making movies.
She ain't making no damn
But you
movie.
don't. You probably
What is she, the beauty queen in the movie?
You probably don't know about it because you don't look at that kind of movies.
Well, just give me one to watch, and I'll
listen.
watch it. Tell me which one I should watch.
Well, you be listening to NASCAR.
Tell me, just give me one of them I can watch.
You should have called her.
Name of one of them.
You should have called her and asked her.
Why? You didn't take no calls.
Well, nobody called.
Oh, why? I thought there was such great interest. You would think that the phones would be backed up.
Well, again, you really are the most negative.
Well, are you going to sign up for the $125? She said they could use people. You can do voiceovers and all that equipment stuff. They need you in Hollywood. You could probably go right now and work for Tyler Perry.
Wait a minute. It's not Hollywood.
He knows Tyler.
Sure. But let me tell you,
He would probably fly you over.
Didn't you hear her say
fly you over to audition for Tyler? Hollywood
is not the big place anymore. It's around Alabama.
You certainly have a face for radio.
Well, I do. I no doubt about it. I do. I do. I'm not a.
Well, I wish I was back in Montgomery so I could sign up for the register for the $125. Could I get a helping hand to get the money?
No, you can't. No, because you got a big
old house. It's all about Willie crying about the Democrat thing and the redistricting.
Mm-hmm.
I would much more ready to hear that than that.
Okay, well, I'd rather hear that because our kids got to know there's more to life to do besides rapping and playing football.
Well, she didn't invite you to any of the big parties, did she?
Huh?
When the stars come out. Maybe that's what it means. You're thankful for the stars.
Yeah, I like stars. Yeah, the stars.
That's one of the stars right there. Have you ever been invited to one of the big pop parties that you give for the movies?
No, I why? I mean, nobody. Why are they going? I got no money. What are they going to invite me for?
Oh, you got love.
Yeah, I got a lot of love. You let it out. I got a lot of love, brother. Yeah. Shoot, that's like invite me to a billionaire's party. What I'm gonna do? Hold the drinks? Come on, man. I don't think I've ever seen anybody so negative. Hello.
Oh, Cal, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
Don, this is for you, brother. Damn, Don, why you bitch about every little old thing? You got the name, you a curmudgeon / Grinch or something, boy. Damn, bitch about every little thing that black folks do. They can't do nothing good. He want a bitch. And I thought he was on vacation, Cam. I heard him say yesterday, Duke, I can't afford to go on vacation. It wasn't the point that you could afford it, sir.
Yeah.
If you on vacation, damn it, be on vacation. Why in the hell you calling Calvin? You love Calvin this much to get up early in the morning at 7 o'clock, damn it, getting ready to come on the air and let Calvin feed your head full of mush or something? I don't know, man. What's going on, Calvin, with this boy?
I can't tell you, brother. I can't tell you. I don't.
He's so worried about he's so worried about my name, Curtis Duke and stuff. So he down there trying to figure it out now. Hey, my last name Duke. Okay, call me damn it Duke from now on, or curmudgeon. Okay.
He's he's.
But he got issues, Kev. He up early in the morning calling Wade. Calling Wade to hell back to Montgomery. Now come on, when I get back to Montgomery, hell, you never left.
Yeah, I think I think he in the backyard.
He got to be in the backyard up on out there in your damn car or something hiding or something out. He's not out of town nowhere. I mean, anybody with common sense that when you go on vacation, you get away from all of it. You don't call back unless it's some emergency. You call back unless it's something very, very important. You calling the bitch about a black woman who's successful.
Yeah.
Damn, curmudgeon, I'm worried about you, boy. Do we need to find some way to check you in? Can they create some new mental institution in Montgomery to help you out or something, get you off the damn street? No, have mercy, I'm worried about you, boy. That's all I got for today, boy. I'm worried about you.
Okay. All right.
Little other valley, boy.
Little other valley. All right, then. Yeah, Curmudgeon got a problem. I mean, but listen, yeah, that's him. That's who he is, and we can't do a whole lot about that now, can we? Now that's him. He got issues, but I ain't mad at him. He got issues, and that's the way that's the way he rolls, I guess. So we just gonna leave that alone. Yeah, I had a video. I had a video here. I wanted somebody to see. Um, I wanted y'all to take part of. Okay, where is it at here? Let me see here. Because it seems, see, I thought only certain people fought at schools, and now I will admit to you, fighting in school is nothing new. It's been around a long time. It's when I was coming up to school, the last day of school, we would we would take a we would take a well, we wasn't very nice. Good morning.
Do you know the definition for Don while complaining?
What's that?
A bitch ass man.
You know what that now he reminds me of that song.
What?
Okay, he reminds me of that song. Yeah, they got a song called see. Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
It's called you know what it's called. I can't use that kind of language. A B-A-N.
B-A-N?
B-A-N. Yeah.
What does it say?
You ain't seen it? You ain't read it? You ain't listened to it?
No.
Yeah, they got one called B-A-N. I cannot say those words on the podcast because it goes.
Okay, I got you.
It goes against my standards. But there
are you on the radio no more.
I know, but I'm trying. I may luck up and actually have somebody important listening this morning. They might. You never can tell.
Yeah,
I could be a star.
But Don, quiet there complaining, man, and go have a drink.
Yeah,
he probably had too many drinks.
I think you need to get laid. Personally, I didn't think the boy had none in a while.
It was a punk ass.
Yeah, see you later. Okay, let me see. I had one more video I was going to show you guys. Okay, I gave you the one about Sidney Poitier and Martin Luther King and why he says that he's trying to find something salvageable in the Democratic Party. That's what he's saying. He said that's one of the most prolific artists and people of the civil rights struggle. And when he says he's trying to find something that's redeeming about the Democratic Party, you got to listen to him. You got to listen to him. He was on the front line of all this stuff. And when Sidney Poitier comes out and says something's wrong, and he said Martin Luther King said, I think we have led our people into a burning house. Okay, so I think that was a prolific statement that he made. But oh man, I'm gonna play it for you guys before I come. I want you guys to listen to this right quick, okay? Because this is an interesting. Okay, so let me get rid of this right here, right quick. Stop that. Go here. I want you to listen to this song right quick because this is really good stuff right there. I love this. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there we go, right there. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Now they're probably gonna mute it on my page, but I love it. It is a wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get to that right quick. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Sergeant Elkins.
Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to share some information with your audience and you as well that you may or may not be familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I had the opportunity to attend a meeting hosted by the city MontgomeryThriving.com. Have you heard of that initiative?
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is that something that you're interested in?
Well, sure. Listen, anything that puts us in a better position, of course.
Well, no. This is the MontgomeryThriving.com is the money that was sent down from Washington for small businesses that were impacted during COVID.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the city and county has $2.5 million that they have to disperse before December 31st, or it goes back to DC.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a small business that was impacted by COVID, there's an opportunity to get a grant. It's not a loan. It's money for small businesses. So they had different categories like capital improvement, payroll, relocation. So it's $2.5 million that has to be dispersed before December 31st. So they had a briefing yesterday to tell you all the qualifications and the eligibility. So if your audience is a small business that was impacted by COVID, like Computer Commuter was impacted, you have an opportunity to apply for a grant. And you can go to MontgomeryThriving.com and look up the information. And in this information, the grant process is already open. And so they want to give as many small businesses an opportunity to get this money because we don't want to send it back to Washington.
Right.
$2.5 million.
Right. Now they had $5 million, but that other $2.5 million has been going to people.
Kevin, don't step on the story. There's $2.5 million out there. So they may have had more, but don't step on the positive. They got to get this money to small businesses.
But
so it's the Computer Commuter.
Right. But there has to be some. What is the basic qualification though? Because
you were in business and impacted by COVID. Most businesses was impacted by COVID.
Yeah.
So, so if you were in business during COVID and your business was impacted, then you have an opportunity to get the funds. But they want to get the money in the hand of small business owners because we do not want to send it back to Washington.
That's true.
So the website, MontgomeryThriving.com. So if the Computer Commuter was impacted, people wouldn't let you in their homes to repair their computer because of COVID.
Yeah.
People were not buying computers because businesses were closed.
Yeah.
You were impacted.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
So you have an opportunity to go to MontgomeryThriving.com.
Yeah.
And be able to be reimbursed. Thank you, sir.
Okay, get information though. So if but now you have to. I guess I'm just trying to find. I assume you would have to have had a license, a business license.
Absolutely, that's one of the qualifications.
Okay.
Don't you have a business license to do business in the city?
Yeah. I've had one forever.
Okay. And don't you file tax returns?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
No, don't you have a P&L statement that shows your profit and losses?
Well, I don't have that, but on the tax thing, they do give you a profit. Yeah, they do give you
on your Schedule C.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so you most people have the documentation to be able to support it, and if you're a business, so. Yeah, you want to take a look. You can have 1 to 50 employees, and you have one employee, Kevin Elkins.
Yeah, I do.
You may be eligible to get some of this money, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. It ain't gonna hurt to take a look at it at all. Yeah, that's true.
MontgomeryThriving.com. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's and again, now the only thing about you cannot, you have to have a license. You got to be legitimately in business. But I'm gonna go see how that works out. I got to stop going to people's houses and stuff like that. All right, man. No negativity. What else you got?
Well, I'm gonna be positive. Be careful, Willie. Who is we? Willie don't want to send the money back. Who's we, Willie? But anyway, J.D. Vance is looking. You got J.D. Vance now with this fraud. So be careful with that. I think the song the man's looking for was that great song by Megan Thee Stallion, WAP.
Yeah.
That's probably what he wanted.
I hear you, brother. Okay, I hear you. Yeah. Okay, then. No, I don't think most of us going to be going in to fabricate businesses. Now, doing the PPP thing, a lot of that went on. A lot of folks, saying they had this and they had that, but they really didn't. Do you ever get tired of being a band? Okay, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to share something with you guys right quick because I think this is interesting. Okay, stop that right there. Don't call me back. Okay, share the screen right here. go to Facebook right there. Okay, 'cause I think this is such a great song. Okay, this is such a great song. Okay, now let me see if I can get this thing to go to where it's supposed to go. Then then we'll get back to some serious stuff here. Okay.
I build your view.
Okay, here we go.
Something broke my heart. It wasn't the music, wasn't the choir.
Wasn't the music, not a choir.
It was the way we forgot what mercy looked like.
Way we forgot what mercy
They
looked.
said we're having a day of giving.
Well,
Bring your 1,000, raise another 1,000.
well.
Then this sister stepped up, gave all she had.
Oh,
1,235.
well.
And the preacher said, that's only 1,200.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what I asked you to do.
Not what I had.
Now the saints fell quiet.
Oh,
The room got cold. That
well.
woman stood there
Oh, yeah.
with a heart of gold. A boy by her side, still smiling proud. But faith got crushed right there in that crowd.
Oh, yeah.
You tied your men, your deal, you're coming to. But you forgot what the Lord told you to do. Justice, mercy, faithfulness, true. That's what he asks from me and you. That's not what he asked you to do.
Not what he asked you to do. Well.
See, Jesus don't count dollars.
Well.
He counts the heart. And he don't need no spreadsheet.
No spreadsheet.
To tell us apart. She gave her best.
Wow.
That's more than a few. But pride got louder than the good it could do.
Well,
you can wear fine robes, but heaven ain't impressed
By who you are.
Who you are.
He said, feed my sheep.
I build your view.
So preacher, remember
That ain't what he asked you to do.
yeah. He said you should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former.
That means
Give your 10 if you must, but don't forget the love in your touch. Cause a cold heart in a warm church ain't fooling God much.
Well.
Oh, justice,
justice,
mercy,
mercy,
faithfulness, and love.
that's the real time God's thinking of.
Oh,
Justice, mercy,
yeah.
faithfulness, and love.
You can raise a roof,
Well.
you can shout and dance, but if you shame the weed,
Shame the week.
you missed your chance. Cause when you turn away the humble few, that's not what he asked you to do.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't talking down to the preacher, but I'm talking up to the people. Cause one day the Lord gonna ask, how'd you treat the least of these? And I hope we can answer, Lord, we tried to do exactly what you asked us to do.
That's not what he asked you to do.
That's not what he asked you to do.
Well. Ooh. Okay. My motivation for the day. Not what he asked you to do.
Yeah, somebody asked you to do.
Not what he asked you to do. Not what he asked you to do.
That's not what he asked you to do.
Okay, then. I just thought I'd run that by you. I love that song. Ran across it the other day. That's not what he asked you to do. See, I always had a problem with preachers saying, I need to collect this much money. You know, if you don't give me that much money, then you have failed. I never have quite understood that. You know, you get what you can. You get what you can. You don't, you don't you don't turn people down because they don't have what you want them to have. You give what you can. You know, you don't because I and what really irks me sometime in church. What really irks me sometime in church, if they send the plate out and the plate don't have as much as the preacher want in it, so he'd send the plate out again. Like I'm gonna give you more money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I the Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. Now you keep trying to punish me for not giving my money, then you ain't gonna get much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cheerful guy. I'd rather get a nickel from somebody who gives it from the heart than a dollar that somebody gives grudgingly. Okay. And I think that's the way the church is supposed to be. All right. I'm just saying that's not what he told you to do. Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, then moving right along to other things. Altar Day finds everybody doing well. Oh, it's been an interesting week. So do we have do we have an election? Or was that last week? It's one of them days anyway. What else is going on in the world anyway? Let's see. I hung out with Hagler yesterday. We talked about things that were not so important, but we race always comes up. It always does. In just about everything, it always comes up. I don't know. I think we ran out of things to talk about. So we when we look in the mirror often, and we're looking at the main problem we face. Me too. We're looking at, my son tells me, I said, Dad, if you hadn't been retired from the military, you probably would work harder. Maybe. Maybe I would have, and maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But now the dumbest thing I've done in life, I've done a couple of things. But the dumbest thing is work for a company for 24 years and not realize what a 401k was. Never put a dime in it. I didn't know. I thought, okay, I know, call me stupid. I used to watch these movies, right? And they always said, well, we give you they bring you in the management, they'll give you 401ks. So I thought a 401k was something that they give management. So when I saw it on my application, I knew that I wasn't in management. So I didn't click that one. I didn't, I said, nah, that ain't me. So for 24 years, I worked down there and I never put one dime in a 401k. I would agree, Gary. Yeah, I'd agree. Normally, when somebody called me stupid, I kind of, I'm sort of insulted by the word. But in this case, it was absolutely true. In this case, it was absolutely true. I just didn't know, and I know a lot of things, but like I tell people, I know a lot about a bunch of things, but not a whole lot about anything. And I just didn't realize that was for regular people, Yeah, I get canned for that too. Yeah, well, but that's just where it goes. But that 401k thing, that eats at me every day because if nothing else, I probably could have saved about $25,000 or 10, even if it wasn't but $15,000 in those years. When they booted me out the door, brother would have had a pocket full of change. But anyway, that's just where it goes sometimes. That was stupid. And sometimes I could take my foot and kick my own self in the butt, but I didn't. So if anybody ever asks you, if you go to a job, if you go to a job and they ask you about 401k, you put some money in it. I don't care how much you put in, just put a little bit in it, whatever, because a little bit you save is better than the nothing that you save. Okay. So I just, me personally, I thought it was, okay. Can I be honest here for a second? I thought only white people got those. I never knew they gave those to us too. So anyway, that's a long story, but that's Dr. Joe, you're right about that one. Okay, so out of all the stupid things I've done, that's the big one right there. Don, what do you want? Well, it didn't happen in Montgomery. Well, they don't. If you were right, but if you were You gotta call Willie to ask him that. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, maybe because you're such a nasty guy, you know. And then don't call me no more today. Now we done. We done. Okay. Oh, can't hear the call again. My bad. Well, that was just Don. You didn't really need to hear him. He says the same old hateful thing that he always said. So, you know, yeah, no big deal there. Yeah, yeah. He said the same thing he always says. He always got something nasty to say. I just forget to put that thing back on sometimes. Anyway, did y'all like my song? That's not what they asked you to do. Did y'all like that? Did everybody like that? I love that. That was good stuff there. That's not what they asked you to do. Moving right along to other things. Let me see. Okay, what else? What else has somebody got up here? You are stupid. I was on that one. Yeah, I was. Yeah. I no, normally I can get mad at people when they call me stupid, but yeah, in this case, to leave all that money sitting on the table. Yeah, that was stupid. I should go back and sue somebody because they should have known that I didn't know what that was and should have came and explained it to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah. Don is a BNA. No, BAN. Yeah, BAN. Yeah, yeah, yes. Do you ever get tired of being a band? Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah, I do get tired of being it. Yeah, but we're gonna call Don the band. BAN. Okay, that's what he is. The devil is busy doing this morning. Okay, Dr. Stewart, love having her on. Just a fantastic person to carry the banter of Montgomery, Alabama around the world, around the nation. She's done that, of course, in her movies and things like that. Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. I love her. And so y'all didn't know I had big friends like that, did you? I know you did. Yeah. Thanks, Sandy, for letting me know about Carol Connor because his name just escaped my mind. I hope that's not the beginning of my of my demise. But sometimes your mind don't do what it want to do. First of all, let me tell you about one of our sponsors of our show, of course, is One Stop Wireless. One Stop Wireless and Bill Pay Center, located at 3445 Atlanta Highway, which is right there on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard, right on the corner, right next to the gas station, the Shell gas station right there. If you need a cell phone, but more importantly, let's say you have a cell phone and it's off. It's been in the drawer forever because you didn't go back and pay them. They can take your cell phone and take that cell phone and put service back on it. No matter who you got it from, she could put service back on your telephone. So now you get a phone for free, the brother way, and you can use it. Okay, so nobody can, or if you don't have a telephone, maybe you want to give your kids a phone. They got a couple of free phones in there. I mean, they're the welfare phones, but they're not Apples or Samsungs, but they're a phone. All you want to do is be able to reach out to your kids and have your kids reach out to you. Especially if you got little kids, they can do that for you too. You can get service from anywhere from $25 a month, $35, $45 a month. And also, remember I told you yesterday, they got this thing that you can put in the car, put in the car, wherever you want to put it as you're going down the road, and you can get yourself the internet. So all your kids in the car with laptops, their cell phone can access the internet and go to sleep, listen, and it's separate connections, right? Like just like at home, separate connections. So you can put this thing in the car as you guys go to vacation this year. You can put that in the car, and everybody can be quiet and give them a set of headphones. Now give them a set of headphones so everybody can listen to their own stuff, watch their own movies, and all that kind of thing, right from your car. You don't have to go to Hardee's or any place like that so you can get on the internet. You'll be able to do it. Even if your car stops working, you can still be able to get on the internet as long as you got power on that thing. Okay. I'm just saying you might want to think about that. All right. So go to these guys, 3445 Atlanta Highway. Okay. On the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. And that number what is that number? I got the number right here. Okay. Wait, what's the number? 320-9088. I think that's what it is. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why the number did not come on this what did not come on this thing right here. But let me make sure I get the number here now, because I'm telling you, they are good people, and you might want to call them up. And again, that number is okay. It is. Let me see now. I got the number right here. 320-2988. 320-2988. Okay. 320-2988. Okay. 334-320-2988. And that's called One Stop, STOP, Wireless, FIRELESS. Okay. One Stop Wireless. Okay. You can't wireless, just two S's there. All right. Put that right there. Give them a call. They open at 9:00. Okay. This is the beginning of vacation season for a lot of people, right? So you want to take them kids someplace. Okay. But you don't want them bothering you. Let them, get on their own internet and in the car. And once you get down to vacation, you can actually take this thing to the house. It works in the house also. Okay. It works in the house also. So you might want to just, go down there and talk to them. Okay. One Stop Wireless again. Right on the we ain't talking to you no more, bro. We done. Right on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. One Stop Wireless. I'm just telling you, there are good folks down there. They'll hook you up with your telephones. And if you don't have a telephone, they can hook you up with one. Okay. Now they got Apples. They got Samsung, but let's say that's not your taste or your budget right now. They got other phones in there too that don't cost as much as Apples and Samsungs. Okay. But they'll work. And I took my phone and to Indiana with me from that Stewart. So I've been with him a long time. And so we went there, and I didn't have no drop calls, no anything. And I'm going through the corn bushes of Indianapolis and all them places. And I still got full cellular phone it's 700 miles. It's 700 miles from Montgomery to South Bend, which is where I went. I'm so proud of myself because I didn't ever think I could get on the freeway again and drive that. But I did. Don, what do you want, my friend?
Well, I don't know if I'm being heard, but I want to thank the guys for calling me a band. That must be an honorary thing. Badass Negro. I appreciate the position. Thank you, guys.
Well, it ain't. It don't stand for band, but that's okay. Okay then. Okay, next, my goal for the next couple of weeks is get new callers. Okay, that's my job, to get new callers. Got to start passing out my business cards. So as I do my Ubering this weekend, I'm going to make sure I pass off things to the podcast. So new people, I can hear new voices and new people coming in. Okay, we're going to do that. Also, we're going to read, if you miss Dr. Tommy Stewart, you'll be able to hear again today around 3:00. And over the weekend a couple of times, and on Monday, because I won't be here Monday, I'll be here Monday, but I won't be here Friday. And you'll hear that. That's the show. We'll play that for Friday. For a Friday show, so you can hear her as she tells you about the being theater of being, so she can so you can get these. There are a lot of jobs. And Hollywood is not the only place where they make movies at. I know somebody said Hollywood's not. They make movies in Alabama. Well, they don't make too many movies in Alabama, but they make a lot of movies in Atlanta. I think she said, did she say Mississippi too? A lot of movies all over it. So Hollywood is not the only place where they're making movies now. Cat Stevens, I think, is Cat Williams is buying a old military base, and he's going to turn it into a studio. And I believe that's in Alabama. Someplace. So, a lot of people getting in the movie business here. So, we're going to keep watching movies no matter what we do. We can be broke, eating toast for dinner, but we're going to watch us some TV. Okay. I'm just saying, we're going to watch us some TV. So, learn your craft. If you've been doing hair all these years and you think you're the top hair guy there is in Alabama, then show up on Monday and take a class. Okay. Take the class. And here's the nice thing about it. You get your name in a database, about you. So when they do come to Montgomery, when they do come to Alabama, you'll be on the top of the list or somewhere on that list where they can call people who are prepared. Okay. But you have to know you got to prepare yourself for the opportunity. You know what they say luck is? Here's luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Okay. Yeah, that's luck. That's all luck is. Luck don't mean that you don't have to do anything to prepare for your opportunity. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. So you need to come out if you got any idea, the kids got any ideas about doing Hollywood stuff. We're gonna be making movies for a long time. Even if we make our own movies, nothing's gonna hurt you to learn. They got Tyler Perry over in Atlanta, Cat Williams somewhere gonna be here in Alabama. They're gonna be making movies. Okay, they're gonna be making movies. So you might want to get a job. You might want to put yourself in a position in order to get a job. Everybody's not going to play NFL. Everybody's not going to be a basketball star. Everybody's not going to be a rapper. But everybody's going to have to do something for a living. Okay? I'm just saying. And one more thing, too, talking about doing something for a living. Did you guys know that the sheriff department will pay for your college? They start you off at $51,000 a year. Okay? They start you off $51,000 a year. Okay. Now you can't be a crook, but you might can talk to the chief about that. I don't know. What's up there?
Hey man, I need you to check my computer out, Mr. Elkins. I need to bring it to you, or you come to me. However you want to do it, sir.
Well, since I'm a celebrity, it's always
within next couple.
It always costs more money.
Saturday. You're available to do you're available on Saturday.
Well, as long as you bring it to me, yeah.
Okay, I bring it.
I mean, I come to you, but you may not. I'm a celebrity, so you may not like the celebrity price.
That's what I'm saying. See.
Yeah, you want to bring it to me? I'll take a look at it. What's wrong? Well, tell me what's wrong with it. What's going on?
I just that email crap is still giving me a hard time because you told me that the 10 is obsolete or whatever, and you saying that's part of the upgrading. But I can't get that to work for me some kind of way. But
well, let me ask you something. Which browser?
I know.
Which browser do you use? Do you use Chrome or do you use Microsoft Edge? What do you use?
I use Edge.
Try Chrome. Just go into you know what Chrome is, right?
Yeah.
Try Chrome and try to get to your email that way.
Okay.
Unless you've already done that.
I think Commercial probably tried to hack my damn thing to find out my name here. I don't know.
Well, all right. Anyway, just get if you want to break it down.
All right, I get what you're doing.
Yeah,
all right, man.
Give me a call. Okay, we can do that. All right, just give me a call. We'll see. Anyway, man, my time's almost up. It's been a fun day. I enjoy talking to Tommy Stewart every time I get the opportunity to talk to her. Now she hooked me up with Samuel Jackson interview. Okay, I won't be on Talk Heaven. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get that done. I think he cusses too much, but that's okay. That's his thing. But a great actor though. I mean, he made Shaft. He's been in a movie lately too, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so much for that. Well, listen, my time is just about up anyway. So, anybody got anything else? And since I finally figured out how to show my movies on the screen now, see, I finally figured out how to show the movies. So, okay. So I'll be doing a lot more videos for you folks now that I know how to get it done with StreamYard and my my program here. So a lot of new things coming up, and I'm looking at this picture. Okay, let me show you guys this. I'm gonna see if anybody out there can help me with this. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop this right here. Stop that screen right there, because somebody's got to be able to help me, because I'm not much on photography. I mean, I can take pictures, but I'm not much on I'm not much on on photography. I mean, not really. Okay, see that right there? See that? That's me right there. Okay, that's 1979, 1980. Now we didn't have all these SLRs and all that stuff. But can anybody, that used to be my boss, that's Sergeant Divine, he just died. That's Sergeant Divine last year. See that guy? That's me right there. Okay. Now that time again, I was talking about I ain't never been in the Army and all that stuff. That is the 2nd and 75th Ranger Battalion, and we were in the Spoon Platoon. But that's me. All I can see is my teeth. Is there anything that anybody can do that lighten that up for a brother? Okay, because I tried. I don't have any. I don't have the skill to do it. See that? See, everybody was black back in the day. See, we didn't have these nice cameras. We got that's Sergeant Davis right there. That's Sergeant whatever his name is. But this right here, this was a black man trapped in a white man's body right there. That's Collins right there. Collins was a cool brother. I mean, he was he was the man. Okay, he really was the man. Okay, but see me right there. See, that's me right there. Right there, that's me right there. And I don't know why. Well, I looked like I had most of my teeth in, so that was good. But the rest of these guys were good folks too. Anyway, so anybody, what can I use to bring the life back to my picture right there? Is it, or is it just over? Am I done with it? I mean, I'm going to be stuck with that picture for the rest of my life. I can't. I mean, you can't even tell that's me. I wear the hell out of that beret, though. I got to tell you, I wore the hell out of that beret. My beret looked better than everybody else's. Okay, yeah. Okay, Sergeant Davis, right? Yeah. Yeah, but these two right here, my boss, and this was his. Okay, that's my boss. This was his boss, and I was the shortest thing there. So no wonder I had to fight all the time. No wonder I had to get into it with people all the time. You know, it's just when you're short, people take you for granted. You know, they just want to think they can whoop out on you and stuff like that. Okay, and yeah, I didn't play that, not even a little bit. So I fought everybody. And this guy, I called this guy a couple of weeks, a year or so ago. He said, "Who is this?" I said, "Who's the worst private you ever had?" Elkins. And that's been 40 years ago. I made a great impression on him. He never forgot me. And that was good. Then I left there and went to Germany. Okay, then. It's tomorrow. Guess the turn. No, yeah, well, I'm not doing it tomorrow, brother. Total image on Forest Avenue. Really, you think the photo? Well, we'll see. Okay, that's good. I didn't know that. Let's see if I can get it on there. But I don't have the photograph. This is all I got. I don't have the photograph. Because I would sure like to see me looking like a regular people. Look at that. Look at that 6-pack I got right there. See that 6-pack right there? Right there. I got a 6-pack right there. All right. Anyway, moving right along. Okay. One Stop Wireless. Don't forget, give them a call if you need help with your phone or whatever you need help with your cell phone, or you need a cell phone. Hey, that's what you need to do. Call those guys. Anyway, my time is up, and thank you for yours. And hopefully I'll be back on Monday. The good Lord said the same. Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Camellia. Do y'all got the same first name? We got 2 twin sisters. Do y'all have the same first name? So do you call Camellia 1 and Camellia 2? I mean, are you got the same first name? I thought y'all got the same first name. Okay, I thought you did. Anyway, my time is up. I gotta go, but it's been interesting. So this is going to be tomorrow's show with Dr. Stewart tomorrow, because I won't be here. I hope to be here somewhere in the earth, but I won't be doing the show. I take Fridays. I'm never working another Friday again unless there's at least $500 attached to it. I ain't doing it. Yeah, I need some sleep time, some time to get my beauty. See, this is why I don't look almost 70, because I get my beauty sleep. You know, I get my sleep. Okay, I'm just saying, I get to sleep. I've been going to sleep. And don't forget the lessons of life today. The lessons of life today are these. Okay, I thought I told you guys already. Did I not? Is it gone? Okay. Well, I thought I told you what the lesson of life was today. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Lesson of life today is this. It is not the questions that we fear. It is the implementation of the answers we already know. Therein lies the problem. It is not the questions that bother people. It's how do you put the answers, how do you implement the answers to the question? Because most people don't really want the truth. They just say they want the truth, but not really. Good morning to you. Have a great weekend. Bye.